Hey folks, we had our first frost. I'm going to show you a homestead hack that I accidentally stumbled upon. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to a very foggy Pine Meadows hobby farm. We had our first frost. This morning it got down to 29 degrees Fahrenheit. I had stepped out to do my chores and decided, you know what? I was reflecting on stuff that I have in the garden. We're 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving. And I took some steps, preemptive steps in the garden, and I just realized something. I'm going to share with you guys this homestead hack. This is my kale bed. Yeah, I took a lot of the older leaves off and the diseased leaves. They were actually infested with aphids because I had ladybugs crawling all over these. And this is kale. Kale is one of those vegetables you can grow early enough in the year to grow out and then harvest from them. They're a cold hardy plant. You might want to protect them some if you live in really cold climates. I also started my peas, as you see over here, and I've got Swiss chard in this bed. I also have a bunch of Swiss chard back here and carrots. Those are plants you can plant and harvest through the fall months. This is November. This is what's growing. And in another video I'm going to be presenting, I'm going to be showing you some more gardening tips. But we're going in the greenhouse for that one because it's a little bit warmer in there. But that will be another video. But I want to point out something here in this garden and what I had just talked to you guys about. In my fight with nature and pests, as I mentioned earlier, my kale was infested with aphids. So I went and took all those leaves off and I fed them to the goats. Little aphids in this, adds a little spice to the leaves for the goats. But anyway, and then I laid in this shavings. These are cedar shavings. You got to be careful on where you're applying cedar shavings. Some people buy it as bedding for their livestock and their animals, but some animals it's not good for, like rodents. It'll actually cause internal organ failure in some of your rodent pets, maybe rabbits, but I know it does work on hamsters, rats, mice. It actually kills them. It also repels them. You put a bedding in a hamster cage and it can't get away from it, but it releases a gas or it's a chemical that affects them. It also repels insects. I no longer have an aphid problem in my garden, and I noticed that right after I laid it down, there was no insects in my garden. And I don't even have any problems with moles, voles, squirrels, rats, mice in my garden, wherever the cedar bedding is. Yeah, I even got these little sonar devices, or they send out a sound that goes into the ground and it annoys the gophers and moles and it makes them scatter. Well, they're working very effectively. I actually did a product review on those a couple of weeks ago, and I'll leave a link down in my description and a link right here to that video that you guys can watch and get the little details on how to order those. So there's a homestead hack for you guys. I literally just stumbled upon it, or came to the realization that the stuff, not only the cedar bedding, not only adds a deterrent to rodents because they do not like the smell of that. It also acts as a cover for your garden, especially in the winter months. It keeps the moisture in the ground, and it retains a little bit of the heat in the root system so they will thrive and prosper. And also, as the material breaks down, it adds organic matter to your soil and rebuilds your soil. Also, an insect repellent. It's like, I resourced this by the bale from my local feed store. And this was just an accident that I stumbled on it, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I know some of you guys already know about that, but I'm still learning homesteading, you know? Yeah, there's a lot I'm still learning about gardening, and I've been doing it since I was a kid. My first garden I planted, I was in the 4th grade, and I remember the first vegetables I grew and harvested were radish and carrots. Those were the 2 main things I remember planting and harvesting. I'm sure there was a few more others, because my dad gave me a little handful of packets of seeds, and I just went right into the ground and started growing them. That was my first experience with homesteading. 4th grade, and off in the corner I brought home 2 baby ducks, my first livestock, and Dad built me a little pen for them. So in my backyard growing up in Brookings, Oregon, yep, I had started a little urban homestead right out there, a little garden, a little livestock, and the farmer was born. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for sharing this moment with me here. A little bit of memories there, and also the hack. Important. I'll be doing that around the other part of my food areas just to repel these creatures from eating my garden. Anyway, I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked up in the foggy Cascade Mountain ranges of southwestern Oregon. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing and then clicking that bell icon. That'll alert you to new videos as I upload them. Give us the thumbs up, click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out a lot. Remember, always be safe and always be kind. We'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now.